What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. New York Stock Exchange, NYSE Arca, the subsidiary for New York Stock Exchange doing all the trading digital stuff, files to list Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund, BITW, world's first and largest crypto index fund as an exchange traded product, ETP/ETF, including Cardano ADA as the fifth largest component or holding. Guys, recently we saw Coin 50 by Coinbase, the premier index fund. We saw Coin Bureau, co-founder and CEO, investing in BitcoinOS. We saw Robinhood listing Cardano ADA and saying that it's an important asset. And now look, another banger update. Crazy. New York Stock Exchange, this is big. And from Bitwise directly, this is the latest step in their efforts to convert the $1.3 billion publicly traded trust to an ETP structure. Very exciting. Cardano ADA crushes another nice poll, this time Altcoin Daily poll with over 12,300 votes. Number one, surpassing BNB, Sol, and Sui. Now, I like many projects, and this is not to put down other projects, but again, proof of community. It's clear that the network effect, the community is strong. And I think we're going to have a beach ball effect with Cardano and many other alts, and they're just going to surge out of nowhere. So we'll patiently watch. Crushed another poll, almost 27,000 votes. Thank you to Altcoin Daily for continuing to cover Cardano ADA. We appreciate it. Crypto Jebb says, I love Cardano. I think Cardano is absolutely amazing. ADA is so undervalued. It can go back to $100 billion. I plan on holding Cardano for a long time. I think Cardano will go back to all-time high. Altcoin season has not come yet. So again, we'll look at Bitcoin dominance. Notice he says not yet. He likes many different alts and he says that they're going to rally crazy. And at the end of the day, we did a 100x with no smart contracts. Now, he was also kind of objective of saying it has to prove itself, right? Talking about usage and building on it and wanting to see more building going on. And time will tell, truth is in action. But I will say it's good for us to celebrate and give a thank you to people like Crypto Jebb for putting a positive spotlight on Cardano, being objective and not throwing ad hominem like many of the self-proclaimed Bitcoin maxis, quotations, right? So thank you, Crypto Jebb. Crypto Banter. Again, however you feel about these guys, put it aside because at the end of the day, they're giving some exposure to Cardano ADA to over 1.1 million subscribers in the case of Banter, I believe. Sheldon says, I want to buy some Cardano at 54 cents. He took some profits. So he set a limit order on 200,000 ADA right there live on the stream. So again, it's more exposure for Cardano. People are seeing Cardano. And at the end of the day, it's a dub. It's a win. So we're going to send it very soon. It continues. Investing Broz says, Cardano has a very bright future. I think ADA gets towards $7. So he said 2026. Maybe he misspoke. Maybe he meant 2025. I think that timeline, only time will tell. But I do think that Q1, Q2 will be the minimum for altcoin season. And maybe we have a mega pump towards the tail end of 2025. But what do you guys think for timeline? What is your forecast for altcoin season? Onwards, Investing Bros says, again, there is a relationship with Charles Hoskinson and RFK Jr. Charles is one of the biggest champions of true decentralization. He was also saying that he's one of the most OG in this space, lots of experience, and decentralization means a lot to RFK Jr. and eventually, when he learns more and more, to Trump as well. And Charles could be a key decision maker, positive for crypto. And I really like Investing Bros' take because they spoke about when Charles spoke before Congress, never mentioning Cardano, and they're excited at the idea of potentially Charles speaking with Joe Rogan. So they have some pretty base takes. I like their takes. Rick says community devs and gamers recently tested Cardano Hydra at over 7,000 TPS, global throughput with no failed transactions. So went over 9,000, but this is exciting. Nonetheless, let's dive into what was going on today. So people were wondering with Charles headed towards California if he was going to go to SpaceX, and lo and behold, he was at SpaceX headquarters. Now, what has happened, what has been discussed, it's all speculation. But I think, and even Investing Bros was mentioning also, that maybe Charles is hinting at stuff that's already confirmed and just feeding us bite-sized pieces. We do know that Charles did say he's going to reveal more in the next 60 to 90 days, and IOG's policy staff will be fully staffed. Policy office will be fully staffed in 2 to 3 months. So I think we might see a lot more. So let's ground our expectations. I see some nonsense online, people like confirming rumors, and we're always going to speak on the facts and words that have been spoken. That's why I always quote people. So we'll just wait and see and be patient and just taper those expectations. So I'm excited though. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe some conversations with Elon, maybe some stuff. Who knows, really, at the end of the day. It's all speculation right now. Also with Grant Cardone. So there was a space with Gary Cardone. Charles was speaking in there. I was in there at the tail end of it. Grant Cardone joined as well. They said, great meeting you in Spaces. If you guys want to recall that conversation, play it back. It's over on Gary Cardone's profile, the recorded space. Charles' response saying, it was great to see you guys. You always tell it how it is. Wonderful to have some honesty and intelligence in the world. Good stuff. Now, before we look at price, I want to give a big thank you to Vlad, the CEO and co-founder of Robinhood. He really likes the Angry Crypto thumbnail we made. So he said, how'd you make me look so good? So, you know, if you want to check that out, everything's linked below. Send him some Angry Crypto love. Appreciate the positive compliments when it comes to design and things like that. I always like doing design and graphic design. Let's move on to price. Thank you, Vlad. And we're looking pretty good. I mean, 1 month chart is absolutely bonkers. And if you guys scooped up like 29 cents, even with this clawback, you're laughing right now. You're already up 2x. We spoke about how, you know, 29 cent to 33, 34 cent was the buying window, and it's still true. I have not changed any of my predictions. I have not changed any of my timelines. And I still think that Q1, Q2 of next year will be when altcoin season begins to rip. Let's briefly look at Bitcoin dominance, where we're basically touching 61%. ADA's first all-time high, January 2018, at a 37%. Second all-time high, September 2021, at 40%. My guess is that we're going to continue to add more Bitcoin price. As long as everything goes good, according to plan, I think Bitcoin will climb to past 90K, 95K, 100K, and onwards. The more that we can pump Bitcoin while holding Bitcoin dominance just means that the dam of water, so to speak, will fill up more. So when the floodgates open up, altcoin season is going to go crazy. I think with suppression, with FUD, and with Bitcoin dominance still holding like this, we're going to see an altcoin season rally like we've never seen before for Cardano ADA, for XRP, and many other altcoins as well. So I do think that it's easy for Cardano ADA to surpass $5 to $7 going into this altcoin season. And until this tumbles, worry not too much about price. When this tumbles is when I'm going to pay meticulous attention to prices. But until then, it's just kind of euphoria, market sentiment, and when this tumbles, it will greenlight altcoin season. So I still think minimum Q1, Q2 of next year for altcoin season to begin to rip. I do think $5 to $7 is easy. And guys, again, today, New York Stock Exchange, yesterday, Robinhood, the day before that, Coin50, the day before that, Coin Bureau investing in BitcoinOS. Things are looking pretty good on the news front. Plus, we got Charles going in, making some surprise visits where we'll see what will happen. Very exciting. What do you guys think has happened? Do you think he's in contact with Elon? Do you think it's something to do with like crypto advisory, stuff like that? What is your opinion on Charles and this stuff with US crypto policy? And did this surprise you? I think this is great to see filing to list this. It's going to be great. This is basically some more ETF goodness. So very exciting, guys. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.